can actually get along with Inquisitor Mason. Eric, are you turning your camera back on?
Oh, did it go
Yeah, it
out
goes
with
off.
that
Yep.
crash? All right.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. So, Eviega, you now get to roll. But first, pick who you would like to.
Are we doing Inquisitor Mason?
Yeah,
Is
Mason
he in
is
right
still in
now?
the game. Mason is still in the game.
Okay.
I'm still
I guess I'll
about,
pick
still
him.
kicking. Yeah!
I'll pick
the
you.
Mason.
All right. You know Mason because you guys are tavern buds.
That seems legit.
So, how did that go down? Where did you guys throw back a couple cold ones?
Probably when I was hanging out with some cultists for a while.
How do birds
Traveling
drink
around.
beer?
Straw.
Yeah,
That's
straw.
my main question. Do they is it like a pelican? Do they have like a thing and they're like fill it
No,
up
you
and
put-
then they like close their beak? like
You
Straw,
put it in
come on,
this
man.
really. You put it in this really big dish that's really wide,
Oh,
and
come
you sit on the
now.
side of it.
and smush my head into it over and over again.
I assume, given that there's a number of Tengu, they make Tengu-safe bottles. Maybe you just take beer and you just upend it and you.
Yeah, I don't swallow it. Just like a duck, it just goes down my throat.
You just.
Yeah, where's Dom when you need him, right?
All right. So, Mason, you get to pick one person. Unfortunately, the only available person left is Eric.
I would have picked Matt if he was here.
He's not here, unfortunately. But we'll remember that when he comes back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what your connection is.
Everyone hating on Zangrim.
Well, I mean, like myself and Matt both have the same sort of.
Right. So when
allegiances
Matt's
to
back,
gods
we'll
and
figure
stuff.
out what your guys' connection to each other is.
Aight.
But for now, let's figure out what the hookup with Zangrim. Roll D100.
Oh, I need to?
No, Mason.
Okay.
Believe in the heart of the dice. That's a thing, right? Say that?
21.
Right. You are business associates, current or former.
Does that really work with an Inquisitor?
Yeah, why wouldn't an Inquisitor have business associates? You
One percent the heretic.
Yeah, you have to fund your missions, right?
I mean, it doesn't... Especially given that Zangrim has been working as sort of a mercenary of late.
Okay. What about bounty hunting?
What if you called yourselves adventure capitalists?
Are you
Yes.
playing that fucking game, Arthur?
Which game?
Adventure capitalists.
The game called Adventure Capitalists.
No, I was actually
Yeah.
watching. Oh, what was this Disney movie called? Atlantis: The Lost Treasure or something today.
Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Atlantis.
And
the
one guy
Lost
was
Empire.
like, "Just think of us as adventure capitalists," and I was like, "I'm fucking stealing that shit."
You know why fucking that movie has come up so much because I don't know if you've seen Blood Juice, but we have a character there called Roland who's exactly the same as the guy who uses dynamite.
Yeah, the Italian
movie?
guy.
Yeah, and he's like, I could unstick it with about 10, 20 dynamite sticks. I only have like 5 plus 2 of my own and some cherry bombs. Like,
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally spelled this guy's name wrong.
Atlantis: The Lost Empire is probably one of Disney's more underrated movies.
I
no,
thought
it
was
looks
pretty
really good.
though.
I haven't seen it, but I've
It's great,
have
but it
fairly
got the
fond
production
memories.
shaft. It's great,
And
but it got the
advertising
production
was-
shaft.
It was really bad advertising as well. No, they didn't really play it up enough. Not like
Yeah.
they did the other ones.
I don't know. It's on Netflix now, so you can watch that shit digitally.
I might do that.
And
That
like
looks
most
good.
Disney
The
movies,
best-
there's a ton of like second and third ones that are fucking terrible that you shouldn't watch.
Aladdin 2 is the best.
See, the thing is, all the Aladdin movies were fucking great. It's the Mulan 2 and
Yeah.
all the other Frozen
straight
2.
to video.
Though, here's the thing:
Oh,
the other movies are never Disney canon.
Guys, it came up.
It does finally come up.
happened. Arthur said Frozen.
I did say Frozen. Listen, this is important. The other movies in Disney storylines are non-canon. Like Aladdin 2, not canon.
so that's why would they do whatever the hell they want? Because it makes no
Frozen
sense.
2 officially announced as canon. Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of the few movies that's ever been announced. It's an interesting the way that they keep the
made
official Disney saga. You can look it up on Google. It's pretty fucking
billions
sweet.
of dollars off that movie. Like they are swimming in young girls promoting that movie. Like
I'm
that
promoting it
fucking-
right now.
yeah.
Buy that shit. Kirsten Bell is fucking amazing. Prince Hans could have been an A-class villain. He made one mistake, and that drops him to a B+. Still, great villain. Excellent.
So going back to how we know each other.
Get back
okay.
to business.
Yeah.
Venture capitalists.
So anything where I'm hunting heretics would line up.
Sure. What? I mean, you could assume
So-
that heretics might occasionally have bounties on them for other crimes.
Yeah, so bounty hunter is something that seems pretty legit.
So
I
I'm
love the
thinking
idea of Zangram as
the-
a bounty hunter too, right? Like Dog the bounty hunter.
No, I'm thinking of him more, our relationship more as think of the pair in Django Unchained
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
with
Which one of you is Django?
Not that's a good I don't think Inquisitor Mason would be Django.
All right. Okay. All right.
think
So
I-
you
that
guys
would be
are
the
like
dog.
bounty bros.
Yep. So is it like who came to who with that idea then?
So I suspect that Zangrim was. So Zangrim came up to the overlands seeking fortune as a mercenary after his family's firm went bankrupt. And he was sort of looking around for work, and you suggested the business.
I suggested it to you because you saw me doing it? Or I suggested
No,
it to
you saw it because you saw I was a useful resource that you want to take advantage of.
that. Yeah, perfect. Let's roll with that. I'm willing to use anyone in my party to get what I
And
want.
Zangrim has no problems with shooting people for money, so it sounded good to him.
Does that mean you have like skills in taking people non-lethally?
No. No.
There is rock salt, I believe, as a...
Do you have a shotgun?
No, that's the only way you can do it non-lethal, and I don't think you can do it with a musket.
You can
I'd
do it
have
with
to
a
check.
shotgun though, and you have proficiency with a shotgun.
I can't afford to buy one, though.
Well, not yet.
So much.
We're only level 1. Don't get ahead of yourselves.
All right.
All right, that sounds good. I like that.
You could get those dragon pistols that fire the rock salt shotgun blasts. Yeah.
Those are awesome. They have the 6 chambers.
Okay. All right. So Zangrim, you now get to roll D100 to see how you know Stavra. And for those following along at home, each person gets 2 connections. But because of the way things line up, each person picks another person. So, you know, in order for the connections to line up, the last person has to pick the first person again. A16, you are both hunting companions. Well, you hunt with a gun, so I'm pretty sure I know how that went down. What is it you guys hunted and where? And when?
I think we've already determined what sort of things we were hunting.
Paladin hunting people.
And
The most
if it was
dangerous-
I feel like you're
if we were
really
bounty
deep
hunting
in the
the
heretic
right
hunting
thing.
business, Sangrim.
Yeah, even more so than what maybe Mason is. But
Yeah, really.
He just likes killing, I think.
I get this new idea of Zangrim where he wears one of those like preacher hats with the pilgrim hat with a buckle on him, like the witch hunter hats from Warhammer 40K.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he walks around and he says quotes from the Bible, like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. And he's just like, and the Lord said, I shall be
1
your
second.
shepherd. Bam! Bam!
For some reason, I'm imagining him like actually being really
Preparing
good at
myself
capturing
here.
them alive, but then he lets them go to hunt them.
Oh God, no. No, I think Zangrim and Stavra would have been bounty hunting buddies just as long as the targets were evil, and if they were non-evil, then Stavra would just probably
So does that mean
knock
you
him
know
out.
Mason as well?
I guess it would.
I guess that would line
Okay.
up then.
All right.
Cool.
Like, if
So-
they're evil, cool, whatever, let's do this. But if they're not
Heretics
evil,
are heretics, man.
well,
Heretics
knock
are
them out. Knock them out and send them to the authorities at the very least.
What is a heretic for one man's religion is a loyal follower for another.
Well, my person is
Basra.
yeah, she's good, right? Neutral good.
Neutral. Completely neutral.
So I'm happy either way.
Long as you're getting paid.
Yeah, but I think the Inquisitor, he can like flop either side of lawful or evil, right? Like he
Go
can
any
just
direction he wants.
yeah, cool. Whatever he feels is
You do whatever you
Perfect.
want, man.
you do what you do, bae. All right.
All right. So to fill in from last time, the party wanted to not follow the storyline, and then got railroaded into following the storyline. They chased
I'll
some
take it.
bandits over a bridge. There was a chase scene that went super poorly. The
Mhm.
bandits got away. Some traps were set off. That
Pots.
also went poorly. The party then investigated the lodge and split up into 3 different groups and failed a bunch of stealth checks over and over again. The bandits rushed out to attack them. Dan's character was held hostage. Zangrim would not submit, and Dan's character was killed right in front of Zangrim. Some blame Zangrim for his death. I'm just saying, I got a couple messages about that.
No one but Zangrim saw that shit go down. So.
I saw it.
Oh yeah,
saw
you
it.
were there.
I was running towards him.
Yeah, Eviega was coming around the corner. So things got weird from there. Mason lost an arm inside while fighting and was captured by the bandits. All of the dead bandits were resurrected as skeletons by the evil commander.
And
who we
Dan.
heard but did not see. And now Mason is on the inside with the bandits, where they're going to try to recruit him, and he's going to try to betray them.
With one arm.
So we're really going to cut over and talk about Zangrim, Eviega, and Stavra real quick to just kind of set the scene of Stavra stumbling across the group and joining them. So I'm not really sure how to do this because the player's going to have to initiate it. Real Housewives of Winter.
Yeah, I saw that sort of law.
Did you just
I
lose
figured-
it, Dave?
Oh. Fucking shit.
You okay, bro?
Yeah, it was just too funny. Anyway, continue.
I'd just like to once again welcome everyone to APGamingREAL After Dark, Real Housewives of Winter.
Winter is here.
All right, so I think we there was the campsite you guys had that was off the road in the middle of the forest, in the middle of
Right to
nowhere,
the bridge.
where Zangrim and Eviega are, and Stavra comes stumbling out of nowhere in Taladin dress uniform. Go. What do you guys say?
Hey, want to join our party? Sweet, let's go.
If you want to make it that simple, that's fine.
Oh, Zangrim, I had no idea you were out here.
Ew.
How fares it, old friend?
Stavra. I think it is useful to see you again so soon. We have another hunting target that I like to point you towards.
Think you could have anything to do with this winter?
All of the Inquisitor I was working with, who had more knowledge about it, has been unfortunately captured, but it seems
So
to have something to do with it, given we were fighting someone who was sending out frozen-looking skeletons, so I suspect they have at least something to do with it.
one of our crazy friends ran off in the middle of nowhere, just disappeared as well.
Wait,
Yeah.
by Inquisitor, do you mean Mason?
I believe that was the name. Sort of middling height, Tengu.
Mate, you bounty hunted with me for years. What are you doing?
Out of curiosity, what's Zangrim's alignment?
He is neutral. He is completely practical about everything.
Okay, pragmatist, got it.
Yes.
Well, that's why he gets along with Mason so well, I guess.
All right. So, yeah, I can't. I mean, I was sent out to patrol against a possible Kadiran threat, but I seem to have lost track of my unit after we were ambushed. I guess until I find them again, it would be nice to work with you again, Zamagrim.
What ambushed you?
That is a good question. What did ambush us?
Could have been
Bandit.
possibly some bandits.
Could it
Yeah.
have been
No,
Kadirans?
bad, undead man.
I don't know. Arthur, could it have been Kadirans?
I think it could have been Kadirans. I think Kadiran and Taldor tensions are rising.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say it then. Uh, we were ambushed by a group of Kadirans. I think they had a dervish among them. It happened too quickly. I was knocked out. When I came to, my unit was gone.
I even know how to frame this. Excellent.
Interesting.
What are you putting in that drink? Is that Mr. Pibb?
Yeah, it's Dr. Pepper. I don't know what
Okay.
Mr. Pibb is.
We're not sponsored tonight by Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper.
Well, I made sure
Tonight-
no one could see it on the stream, man. Don't worry about it.
Listen, bro. Tonight we're sponsored by the countries of the United Kingdom and Germany. Okay? My bros out there are pulling up beside
Cordoba.
Canada on the views watch list.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Oh, now the chat's going on about the
Qdoba.
pronunciation of
Oh man,
yeah,
Qdoba
Qadira.
is amazing
Qadira.
burritos right there. Hand make it right in front of you. So good.
So yeah, you got a blade with a pointy end. Great. You got a stick with a blade on the pointy end. Great. Come join our party. And a massive cudgel.
Are you guys now? Do you feel like you have enough reason to travel together?
Oh, yeah, I
Given we
didn't
have
even
previous acquaintance, it's not like I have to vet him.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
Eviega and I have
Shit! Ooh.
Everything okay?
Someone just lost something. You good, bro? I'm hoping he didn't spill anything on his computer.
No, opposite the computer. But
The printer?
Nope. Laundry.
Oh well, we can watch that again.
It was just water that I was putting roses in prop. And now it can't balance on its own.
Well, that's an ominous sign for Dan's new character, I suppose. By the way, Dan, how does your character survive the winter? Like, what's the secret that your new character has?
Aside from being
Cold resistant.
He's Azamar.
By the way, I love that. I love that. I'm like, I'll build a character that helps everyone in the party with cold resistance. Everyone's like, we don't fucking need it. And I'm like, great!
They learned from the first two times, right?
Guess I have a useless fucking deity now.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Don't do anything.
We're gonna cut over to Mason now. This is a great time to cut to Mason.
Excellent.
Speaking about cutting, shring. Ah.
All right, so Mason, the boss invites you upstairs to his room. When you wake up, you've had your arm reattached and you've been magically healed of all your hit point damage. And the leader of the bandits is like, why don't you come up and talk to me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
I guess I don't have much choice now, do I?
Just want
I
to
think
show
that's his
this guy
voice.
again. This is
Sounds
actually
pretty
one of the more
close.
badass persons I've ever seen as a Paizo villain. It sucks that he's like the first boss too. So he's like, So, the name's Rokar Sindrin. Can I ask why you were invading my lodge?
The last time I checked, it wasn't your lodge.
You should know that I'm a businessman. I'm the leader of a group of allied interests. We call ourselves Rokar's Raiders. We have initiated a hostile takeover of the real estate in the region. You understand what I'm
Pragmatic.
saying?
I, too, used to run my own business. I guess we have that in common. Entrepreneurs.
He just kind of cracks his neck and is like, yes, I feel like we have much in common. I'm guessing since your friends left you behind, you might not be closely allied with them.
I tend to think that it's more pragmatic that your hostel is surrounded by undead.
Yes, my servants have been quite effective. I'd like to hire you to join my corporation. Happen to need a new chief of security. The last one died. You can see him over there. He like points down the staircase real quick, and there's like a skeleton that's like turns and looks up at you and goes like,
I can honestly say he's looked better.
And so we get a flashback to the guy who killed Dan's last character, Lin Soa. Remember Rainer? He was the bad guy downstairs. Yeah, this is the corpse of Rainer walking around.
He looks a little malnourished.
So he turns to look at you and is like, I can tell you're a funny man.
No, I wouldn't say that I am.
Can I ask your name and your reason for being here?
You can call me Inquisitor.
Your name is Inquisitor.
Yes. That's what all the, well, that's what I have people call me.
Okay. Well, if I was looking for a new chief of security, a guy named Inquisitor would be a pretty good start.
Speaking of which, I have 2 questions for you. What was your name again?
Says the name is Rokar Sindrin. You
Rokar,
can just call
got
me
it.
boss.
Sure. Whatever gets your fluffies at night. Boss, what is the pay? And are there any witches that you happen to know of that we could potentially forcefully overtake their real estate? If you get my...
As a matter of fact, I do know of a few witches on the other side of the portal that we could take out. I have to say, this is a great turn of events. You see, I'm working with a witch right now, but I'm planning to immediately betray him as soon as it's feasibly possible and take all of his stuff. He's actually a pretty stupid, arrogant man, and I'm fairly certain my undead will make short work of him.
Sure, as long as I can potentially have the final blow.
Of course. Are you a witch hunter, Inquisitor?
I pull out the nails and I slam them on the table.
It's like, hex nails. Of course.
Yes.
It's all beginning to make sense now. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Do you like, what do you do?
I embrace him in a hug. No, I don't do anything.
Okay, you don't do anything. He says, you and me, we're going to go far. I like having you as my chief security officer, Inquisitor.
How much is the pay? You didn't actually say.
5 gold a week.
I look down at the undead zombies and I'm like,
Surely you can pay me more. The rest of the staff is dead.
He says, oh, what I forgot to mention was that you get a share of the plunder for, our hostile takeovers. To put it another way, you get a commission on any jobs we do.
All right. Do I have to put my blood on anything?
Oh, no. I'll do all the blood magic for you.
I'm like, you might not be able to see it because of all the feathers on Inquisitor Mason's face.
Right.
But he does that thing where he he has like a twitch in his eyes, like, because he's like, the Inquisitor side of him is like arcing up, and all he wants to do right now is jump over the table and stab the man repeatedly, over and over and over again.
Makes sense.
And then dance in his blood. That's
when
all he
that
wants
comes
to
up,
do.
you get the feeling in your arm where it was just cut off and now it's been magic back on, but it's still kind of tingly.
By the way, who reattached my flapper?
Oh, I did, of course. I'm a cleric. Very powerful one. You can spread the word around. You see, my boys used to think I was a wizard, but now, given that most of them are dead and the rest of them are dying of sickness, there's only about 3 people who could oppose me, and you're one of them. So, might as well just go ahead and out myself out the closet. Yes, I'm a cleric.
Now, as an inquisitor, would I know that clerics do this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Am I able
Yep.
to? Okay, and am I able to do? I just curiosity here. I just want to sense motive on this guy.
Yeah, okay.
To
So,
make sure
are
that
you
what he's
sensing
saying-
motive to learn more about him, or are you sensing motive to see if he's lying to you right now?
Well, there's a few things that come up. The first is that he's a cleric who does the opposite of what I imagine a cleric always does, which is kill undead instead of raise the undead.
But he's an evil cleric.
Okay,
That's exactly what he does.
I wasn't aware of that. The other thing is, I want to make sure that he's just not saying that he wants to do this takeover, or what his true motives are with the.
So you are trying to see if he's lying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your sense motive.
D20 plus whatever it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, before he turns and faces away from you, you get the feeling that he's being pretty straight with you.
Okay.
He's giving you a lot of stuff in his confidence.
I'm curious why you didn't just kill me.
He says, well, you seem pretty competent, and your friends left you here, so I'm guessing you aren't that close to them. And
I travel wherever I need to go and use whoever I need to use to get my means.
he says, well, if this meeting had gone a different way, I probably would have jumped over this table, stabbed you in the neck, and danced around in your blood. He pulls out like the Pathfinder equivalent of a Miller Lite from beneath his desk. He's like, Frosted Miller Lite.
I turn to the camera and I say, drink responsibly, kids.
Since when does Inquisitor Mason care about the children?
Oh, that's, yeah.
Telling you, need to get Miller to sponsor the show. Sell out immediately.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my slogan from now on. Is that just going to be sell out immediately?
Is that your new website? Instead of APGamingREAL.com, it's selloutimmediately.com?
APGamingREAL.com/sell out immediately.
Or yournamehere.com?
Amazing. All right. Yeah. So I think this thing with Mason kind of closes with the upstairs. And now we've got the downstairs where we discussed this earlier off stream.
Yeah.
You basically have to earn the trust of the remaining members and either trick them or convince them to work with you to rebel against this guy.
So how we
Do I
got? We
get
got
to be
Evil
Evil
Bandit
Bandit?
Dan.
You
and
have
we
Evil
Dan.
Bandit Dan and you have the
Four.
cook.
Mm.
Her name is
Tenpenny
Tacy.
Tacy.
And so when you
Tenpenny.
come downstairs, Tenpenny Tacy's like, Inquisitor, over here. Over here.
What do you want?
like-
What's going on?
She like, come inside, and closes the door behind you.
You're not planning on eating me again, are you?
She's like, no, we're past that. We're past that.
Oh,
And
good.
the man sticks his hand out. He says, sorry about that rough stuff earlier. Name's Dan. Evil Bandit Dan, they call me.
That's a terrible name. Why do you call Evil Bandit Dan?
Because I'm evil and I'm a bandit. And
And
my
my
mother
name's
called
Dan.
me Daniel.
That's like saying criminal Dan. You walk into the bar and you say, I'm a criminal to everyone.
Well, you go by Inquisitor. What's the difference?
Are you role-playing Evil Bandit Dan for me now? We can do this. All right.
Yes,
I'm
I'll
Tenpenny
follow.
Tacy.
I'll follow Tacy's lead.
Okay, Tacy's like, yeah, exactly what he just said. You call yourself Inquisitor. He's just using his job title.
Well, mine is actually a role given to me by a deity. I go around and I slay heretics.
Well, not
Yes.
everyone has the blessings to have a deity give them a job. Sometimes you just want to steal from people.
Don't matter
Yeah.
who your employment is, a job's a job. Who your